All right, it's the age-old debate. If you pay people to be poor, will you ever run out of poor people?
Let's ask Ken Blackwell, the former Undersecretary of Housing and Urban Development, who himself grew up on public assistance, and he was also mayor of Cincinnati. He's currently senior fellow with Family Research Center. You know, Ken, every time we have you on the show, we have to spend extra time reading your resume because you've accomplished so many things. And so you have a personal stake in this. You lived in public housing. How do you feel about this?
Well, I think it's the old saying, give a man a fish, feeding for a day, teach a man to fish, feeding for a lifetime. The old welfare state system that we worked our way out of was focused on growing the welfare state. Only about 25 cents out of every welfare dollar actually went to poor people. I think that we need not to throw money at the problem of poverty, but to understand that it is a transitory state and that you can invest in enabling people, empowering people. I don't think government owes you compassion. I think government owes you respect, and there's a real difference there.
So how do you show both? Give me an idea of program, something we're doing wrong, something we're doing right.
Well, just think about it. Back 20 years or so ago, Al Shanker, who was head of the American Federation of Teachers, said, he'll start worrying about the education of children when they start paying union dues. Well, I think if you look at what has happened in Washington, D.C., where they've done away with the school voucher program that actually created competition and created a better educational environment for poor children, I think you see that notion. I think we need to give money to systems that force competition, that focus on educating kids, not growing teachers unions and growing a system that doesn't work. So that's a clear example right now of a problem that has that contradiction in it. How do we educate our children? Is it by growing a system that is dysfunctional, or is it by making sure that we have competition that forces the system to get better?
Right. I'm sure what you're talking about is the voucher situation in D.C. right now.
Absolutely.
Where they have said that they're no longer going to have that, even though there's evidence to show, at least in New York City, that it's working. All right. Ken Blackwell, what you're trying to say is that you should not be the exception. The people coming out of poverty should not be the exception. It should be the rule.
Oh, absolutely. It's a transitory state. We need to empower people, and we need to focus on respecting the individual, understanding that they can work their way out of poverty. We shouldn't have disincentives to liberation and empowerment.
And unfortunately, all those numbers keep going up and going against what you're actually proclaiming should be happening. Ken, we'll have you back. Thanks so much.
Good to be with you.
Straight ahead, they should